you know, 2 of these gluten-free double stuffed Oreos. I'm gluten-free, by the way, so I have to eat a lot of gluten-free stuff, obviously. All gluten-free stuff. But 2 of these gluten-free double stuffed Oreos are 140 calories, 20-something grams of carbs, 21 or 2 grams of carbs, 9 grams of fat. I'm trying not to talk with my mouth full. My point is, great pre-workout meal, but this is the reason so many people are so fucking overweight. 140 calories and 2 cookies? Jesus Christ, they're tiny cookies. Who's eating just 2 Oreos? Don't kid me. Don't kid me, dude. I know that when you sit down with a pack of Oreos, at least one sleeve of them, one whole sleeve of those suckers is going to go by. I think there's 24 Oreos in the gluten-free pack that I just got. So you do the math. I mean, 24 times 140, I can tell you it's over it's crazy. It's over 2,000 calories. It's over 3,000 calories probably. So my point is, you know, if you're just sitting there and eating these things, they're easy to eat. You know, my stomach doesn't feel full after I have 10 of these cookies, but I just consumed 1,000 calories. And most of it's garbage. I mean, most of it's fat or hey, that's my girlfriend's friend. But most of it's garbage. Most of it's fat and carbs. I mean, not garbage, they're nutrients that you need, but the amount and ratio that they're in is garbage. So that's why so many people are overweight. It's because, you know, when you sit down with like a bowl of ground beef or a burger or something, you know, yeah, sure, it's a good amount of calories. You know, if I have a bowl of ground beef and rice and some vegetables, I could easily make that like a 600-700 calorie meal. But the difference is I'm going to feel full afterwards. My stomach is going to feel like it doesn't have a lot of room for more eating. I'm going to... Jackass. Wrong. That's why you don't shoot across fucking parking spots. My point is, that's why it's so important what you are eating, because if you're eating a bunch of garbage that doesn't make you feel full, and then you already consumed a fuck ton of calories, and you're just going to start putting on weight, and you're not going to feel full, so you're going to keep eating. You're going to eat more calories, and now you're even bigger calorie surplus, and it's just going to all turn into fucking body fat. Anyways, we're going to hit back today. I'm trying to work on not talking about what I'm going to do and just showing you what I'm doing, because, you know, everyone can say anything. I could say I'm going to do anything and, you know, then not do it. Nothing's holding me accountable, making me do it, unless you're a person who verbalizing things makes you do them, or like knowing that since you told someone you're going to do it, you have to do it now. Unless that's a thing for you, just stop saying what you're going to do. Stop, you know, being like, oh, later I'm going to do this and that. Just fucking do it. Just do the things. Show the people what you're going to do. Show them what you're going to do. Don't tell them, show them. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to go do back. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. Pullovers, rows, pull downs. See inside. Starting out with our chest supported rows, just because I don't want to do barbell type rows right now because of my lower back, and just because I think there's a better movement. But I like to bring this pad out literally as far as possible, because it gives you you don't want to be able to fully bring your arm out without having tension on it. There's no reason for that. So if you bring this out as far back and then kind of reach in for the arms, keep tension on your lats the entire way through, and this allows you to load up more heavy weight. But this is our starting movement. You gotta reach for it a little bit, but You're never gonna see me just throwing weight on there and ripping it back as fucking quick as possible and letting it go. It just, to me, that doesn't make sense. I feel like you can gain so much more from slow controlled all the way through. And then maybe on like your last set, towards the end, you rip them a bit harder. And then, you know, control the, I guess on these, the eccentric, or most everything, the eccentric, just as a full burnout. But until that point, I don't really like the fatigue. We're gonna do like 3 sets of these, 4 sets of these before we move into anything else. And honestly, might up the weight on them. We're at 80 right now. We were at 60 like 3 weeks ago. So maybe fuck around and hit 90 or something. I don't know how long the pump cover is gonna last here today because it's fucking hot, but I'm gonna try this new thing where every time you see the camera angle switch up, it's probably gonna be a new set, because there's no reason for you to watch every single set and every single rep if they're all being done the same. And then obviously if I do something different, I'll show you that whole set. But right now we're just literally slow and controlled, ripping this weight back. We upped it a little bit. We did a test set and it was good, so we're good. We're gonna do one more set of these as just single arm isolations. Just because I feel like I can leverage the weight better that way. I don't like doing them all single arm just because it takes way too long. But I'm gonna do single arm either side and then move into another back exercise. Fucking pump because it's fucking abysmally hot. Now we're doing the isolated ones. And I was told to move my microphone because it was too loud, so I did. But it's just, I can't grip it, like. Can't hold on to this machine. Like the pump in my forearms is crazy, even compared to my back. Obviously, we're still getting a lot of back work done, but we're gonna do a different exercise now. Lat pull downs, simple, easy. I like to start with these in my rows just as my lat movements. You can adjust your hand grip on these, but there's nothing too crazy. We're just going to do a set and talk about them after.
The biggest thing I see people doing on these is they rip it fully down, like full momentum all the way from top to bottom, and then they don't like slow down the eccentric again. And if you're gonna rip it, you gotta slow down the eccentric. And you should always have good form, at least for the first couple of reps. And at the end, when it's harder to pull down and contract it, yeah, start ripping it a little bit, but slow down the fucking eccentric. Otherwise, it's pretty much just the jump set, jump volume. Drop sets are something that's going to be very beneficial, especially on pullovers, just because the sticking point is so, like, if you come a little too high or a little too low, the sticking point for your actual lat is the tension gets dropped, and then you switch over to different muscles and it gets way harder to pull. So if you exhaust and then hit a drop set, I feel like the slow eccentric on these isn't as important as other movements because I just don't feel the stretch as much, but this movement is very, very form-based. So it's easy to fuck up. But I like to spread my lats, kind of lock in, and then just pull down to your hips and keep your lats spread the entire time. A lot of people just straight up don't do any rear delt exercises, so literally incorporating, even like these are not the most optimal rear delt exercise. There are so many like isolation type movements you could do for rear delts, but just incorporating something will help, and God knows everyone needs some fucking help. Yeah, this is our last back exercise. Just straight up rope pulls, thumbs come inside like this. Pretty much all I do for my rear delts. Maybe some occasional like chest supported rear delt like pullbacks, but these are all I do. Okay, this however is for sure a rear delt isolation. You want to like twist a little bit, step out just a little bit, maybe lean into it, and then Towards the end of those, you can definitely feel where momentum is going to help you get out like 4 or 5 more of them. If you're yanking it from up here. And obviously it's fucking working. Your delt looks like a fucking rock. I put up a wellness pod where I do my fucking posing, where I stein for it, but it's just a quick pump check before we hit abs. That's just like the resting back right now, but like you know, you have a heinous fucking back pump when it's hard to literally like bring your arms up because of your fucking rear delts, but like because of the fucking rear delts right now, like come on, just one more of these from the front. Then we're gonna hit abs and be done here. Just because I do preach abs every single day, but I don't show you guys that I do them, you should be doing some form of abs. Since their body weight, focusing on the eccentric, like I say every time for every single movement, is super important because, you know, if you're doing body weight exercise, your body's never really going to adapt to higher weights because it doesn't need to. It just gets better at doing what it does, i.e. your body weight. So this isn't necessarily going to build your abs like bigger, but they're going to get pound for pound stronger and just better defined, which is what I'm shooting for with abs. I don't want giant bulky abs, I want just a nice tight core. Got locked to the machine.
To quote the legendary Sam Sulek, who I am apparently the biggest copycat in the world of, that pump was badass. You know, hitting the bulk and seeing progress anyway is awesome, especially if you've never bulked before, especially if you've always been lean, kind of afraid to put on more body fat. But I was never really afraid to put on body fat or anything. I just never really had the opportunity to just start focusing on a bulk, and I didn't have the motivation to do it. I was happy with where I was. But with that being said, you know, you always have people coming up to you saying, oh, you look good, you know, you're fit or whatever. But then that's great, like random people doing that. But when you're at the gym with someone and they're like, oh, you look stronger than you are. Or like you're not moving as much weight as like just bigger guys. it's it's not that great. It doesn't, you don't feel like you're as big as you are, or I wasn't even big, you feel small because you are small. If you're, skinny and diced or small, I mean, that's the case. But, I've been putting on pounds, and the body weight poundage to machine weight poundage increase is night and day. I mean, I've put on like 5 or 6 pounds, and some people are going to put on that much in a bulk in a week or 2 weeks, and they're not going to see any strength gain. But because I've been doing it the right way, because I've been, slowly increasing, putting on about a pound a week, give or take. A pound a week is honestly probably high. It's anywhere from like 0.5 to 1 pound of body weight, but I am still technically in that newbie gains type of area, that, that 1 to 5 years of training where you can still make pretty good progress if you've been inconsistent with other things. Especially nutrition, rest, training. So if you've been inconsistent with those, just because you've been working out for 2 or 3 years, doesn't mean you're out of that newbie gains phase. Newbie gains is really when you optimally start getting all that together and you go up to where you are. So I'm probably putting on more muscle than you would imagine I should be, and I imagine I am. But the point is, I'm up 5 or 6 pounds. But especially back is the biggest ego booster. I'm going up weight every single week on back. My back feels like it is getting adequate amount of rest between days of working on it, that I am going up significant amounts of weight. I'm seeing just size gain. I'm seeing everything. So when I hit back, I feel like a fucking monster. Chest is a different story. I still think I probably need to either decrease the intensity so that the amount of rest I am getting is plenty, or increase the amount of rest. So I might be messing around with maybe a 5th day type option, like a calves and accessories type day, just to give chest a little bit more time to rest. But we'll see. Anyways, point is, when you start seeing genuine progress on the bulk, it makes it A, easier to hit the bulk, and B, just so much more enjoyable. And just, I'm having the best time of my life. This is probably my favorite 2 months of lifting I have had since I started lifting. Anyways, with that being said, I'm not going to say what I'm doing tomorrow because I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow yet. I'm just going to tell you there's probably going to be a video posted. So thank you guys for watching today's back video. See you tomorrow.